Hey, it's Stephanie Ferrara, your Empowered Creativity Coach. Welcome to the Empowered Creativity Show. As a project manager in the corporate world, I grew to a point where I knew that I was born for more and I needed to get out. After an accident in 2017, I had my chance. As a Christ-centered business coach, I help women in the early stages of their coaching practice build group coaching programs and online courses for increased profit and impact. Hey, it's Stephanie Ferrara, your Empowered Creativity Coach. Thank you so much for joining me today. I want to talk about overwhelm today. Now, I kind of look at overwhelm as a naughty word, as one of those words that you just don't want to be saying out loud. And the reason is we're playing into a lie when we just say, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so overwhelmed. And the lie is that we can't find a way out. And that is a lie. You can find a way out. So I want to restructure or reprogram how you look at overwhelm today. So when you are feeling overwhelmed, you're new in your business, you've got so many things you're trying to figure out. There's website, there's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's reels, there's stories, there's how do I even like create a PDF for somebody to download? Oh, now that I've got the PDF, where do I stick it so somebody can download it when they sign up for this free thing that I've created? There are tons of things to figure out. And it can feel overwhelming. Definitely. It can feel like there is just so much. I don't even know where to start. But this is the thing. You can look at overwhelm as this mountain that there's no way that I know that it like there's just no way out, right? I'm in this cave now of overwhelm and everything is crashing in on top of me. And I don't know where the first place is to dig out. I don't know the first rock to move out of the way. Okay. You can look at it that way. And what that's going to do to you and your business is it's going to stop it in its tracks. You won't move forward. You're going to be perpetually in that overwhelm and you will stop and you will end up giving up. But when you have a God dream, something God has given you, and you know it's your purpose, it's what you're supposed to be doing. Just because you can't figure it out because it's new doesn't mean it can't be figured out. Okay. Just because it feels like I don't know where to start doesn't mean there's not a beginning. There is. And the big thing is to realize that that overwhelm is just confirmation that you're stretching yourself and you're stepping into something new. And God is going to be right there with you. He's going to equip you. He's going to help you. If you will open up your mind to solutions instead of stopping and closing your mind because it feels hard. I love to tell my clients to do it scared. There are a lot of things that you are going to do within your business that are going to be new. You've never done it before. It feels scary. You're worried about what people are going to think of you. If they read this page, what are they think? The biggest thing, okay, I'm going to say two biggest things that I run across with my clients is hitting publish for the very first time on their website because they're like, I don't know if it's ready. I don't know if it's ready. Do it scared. You're gonna hit publish. You're gonna say, yep, make it live because nobody's looking at it. Y'all, if you haven't told anybody about it, if you haven't started promoting it, if you haven't put it out there on social, if you haven't created an ad, if you haven't sent an email, if you haven't done anything with that URL, nobody knows it's there. So hit publish on that baby and then just keep updating and making changes and do what you need to do. But get over the hump and hit publish. Okay. That's number one. Number two is like what I'm doing right now, video. Man, even recording the first course, because I help people create online group programs, create online courses. And the first video that you have to create is the biggest stumbling block. And so that too, you need to do it scared and you need to do it imperfect. So when it comes to the website, when it comes to publishing a page, a new opt-in page, a new sales page, whatever that is, and your home page, your about page, your first blog, I always tell my clients, and I hold myself to this rule as well, because I can be the biggest perfectionist there is as well. When it is 80% done, when it is 80% right, when you feel 80% good about it, hit publish. Just put it out there. And then you can go and tweak. But not just hit publish, but hit publish and start telling people about it. Okay? Hit publish, start telling people about it. That's going to get you over major overwhelm as well, because there's so much overwhelm that comes from the fear of it not being right, the fear of it not being perfect. And when you can get over that, when you can decide that 80% done is good enough to go live, then a lot of overwhelm will fall off because you've done it. And so the overwhelm caused by the perfectionism is eliminated. Okay. Now, the second thing, like I said, video, doing that first video. When you can make the decision or choose or just come to the realization and accept that your first video, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be your best. It's not going to be perfect. And it can be deleted at any time. When you come to that realization, you can get over yourself and you can go ahead and do it, because you can always come back and redo it later after you've had more practice and more practice and more practice. You only get the practice by hitting record or hitting go live and doing it. You don't get practice by thinking about it. You don't get practice by worrying about it. You don't get practice by being overwhelmed by the thought of hitting record and seeing that little red light. You don't get practice that way. So when you are feeling overwhelmed, I have two things that you can say out loud. I strongly recommend you say them out loud because it's so powerful when you do. One, I can do hard things, because you can. You can learn new things. So the second one is I can figure this out. Instead of saying, I'm so overwhelmed, I don't know where to start, I don't know how to do this. When you just speak out, I can figure this out. I'm open to solutions. I'm open to answers. And when I'm feeling overwhelmed and I'm not sure what that next step is or what that next stone is that I need to move out of the way, I go to prayer. And it doesn't have to be you're like, oh, I'm going to hunch down and I'm going to go in my closet. And I'm sitting at my computer. And I'm like, I'm feeling overwhelmed because there's 20 million things that I could be doing right now. And I don't know what the right one is for right now, right this moment. It's a simple question. Holy Spirit, what do I need to do right now? And you'll hear it in your head. And then you go do it. And then you go do it. And as soon as you take that action to do at least that one thing, the overwhelm starts to just melt away, because all the 20 million things that you could be doing disappear because you're working on the one thing that the Holy Spirit said, this is the one thing that is going to be most beneficial right now. So go do it. And then when you're finished with that, you may automatically now, oh, I'm kind of in a rhythm and I can go ahead and do the next thing. I know what the next thing is now because I took action on one thing instead of being paralyzed in inaction and overwhelm and not doing anything. So those are my tips for you to overcome your overwhelm. Is one, look at the overwhelm as a good thing. The good thing is that you are stretching yourself. You're growing into who God has made you to be. And that comes with challenge and it comes with stretching. But once you have been stretched, a friend of mine and I talk about this all the time, a rubber band that has been stretched and stretched and stretched will not go back to that same little rubber band that it was before. And you are the same thing. Once you have learned this new skill, you have overcome hitting record the first time, you don't have to overcome it ever again because you've done it. You've done it. and you can celebrate that you've done it. And I think celebrating those first times is like, do it, celebrate. After you hit stop on the record, you've done that first video, you've finished it. And you made the decision not to go back and, oh, well, I kind of messed up that word. And I looked funny in this. Who cares? Who cares? Is the content good? Great. Go with it. When you hit stop and you've done it, get up out of your chair and shake yourself and say, yeah, I did it. Woo! I did it. Celebrate. Celebrate all those little steps along the way. When you've learned something new, celebrate. And every new thing that you need to learn, you now are building a bank of proof that you can do hard things and a bank of proof that you can figure things out. And so when that next thing comes, it's like, oh, I've never done this before. I've never written an email sequence before. Or I don't even know how do I do this? What do I start with? I've never done a webinar before. What do I do? You can go back and you say, wait a minute. I can be overwhelmed, or I can say, like, I figured this out, and 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 I did this video, and I did that video, and I did this live, and I did this podcast. I can do this. It's different, yes. And I'm going to have to learn something new, yes. But I can figure it out, and I can do the hard things. And that is what is going to sustain you and propel you into success in your business. But what will keep you stuck is playing into the lie of the overwhelm that there is no way out and there's no way you can figure it out. And sometimes the biggest thing that you can do to help figure it out and learn and decide what the next step is to get help, to ask questions, to seek help. Help could be from a friend if that's their area of expertise. Help could be from a coach like me who helps people start their businesses. Or you can keep trying to figure it out on your own and searching Google and getting on YouTube and doing all of the things on your own. But to have guidance of this is your next step, and then you do this, and then you do this, that's tremendous. I've sought help in my own business, and now I help others in their business. It's not a weakness to need help, and it is not an expense to invest in yourself and hire a coach. It is not spending money. It is investing in your business for long-term health and growth. And I've done it over and over and over again. And every time it's been worth it as I've grown a different way and I've learned new things and I've moved forward in my business. But the big thing to get over the overwhelm, and I'm going to end with this, is just to remind you, when you are feeling that overwhelm, you can say, thank you that I'm learning new things and it feels a little scary because I know I'm going to grow from this and I can do hard things and I can figure this out. If you've been stuck in overwhelm and you are ready to be out of overwhelm and you're ready to actually move forward in your business and quit searching all over the place for your answers, I'd like to invite you to join me in Kingdom Biz Incubator. It's a monthly membership that is specifically for women who are building their business, who want God as their CEO, the Holy Spirit as their business advisor, just like I recommended a little while ago. And you want a community of others who are like you, building their business on God, on the principles of the Bible, and who have a mission that they have to fulfill. But you aren't quite sure how to get it started or how to grow it from where it is right now. So I would like to invite you to join Kingdom Biz Incubator right now. Don't delay. Don't wait any longer. You've waited this long. And how many customers have you lost? How much business have you lost out on? Because you've still been trying to figure it out on your own, without the help, without a community of support, and without training. specifically designed for you and your business. So quit just searching Google and join us in Kingdom Biz Incubator. I'd love to get to know you and get to help you. And I can't wait to see you succeed in your business and have the impact in the world that God has really created you for. So join Kingdom Biz Incubator now at empoweredcreativitycoach.com/KBI.